This morning, I really feel led to explain my understanding of the vegetarian that ism that we see, sweeping the world. Everybody is vegetarian, and even the New World Order, they are wanting to get us off of meat. They're making imitation meat now. So now you have to ask your question: why do they want us off of meat? So, but anyway, in my 50 years, don't forget I'm 51 years in the school of Christ, and don't think that in that 50 years I didn't try to go vegetarian at some point in my life, which I did. And it was during that time that God taught me this lesson and gave me this understanding. Now, we look here in the apostasy, 1 Timothy chapter 4, 1 through 4. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Now this vegetarianism, living with one another without marriage, it's all a part of seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. Speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. It's a lie. It's a lie that you can't eat meat, that you shouldn't eat meat, that it's bad for your body. Forbidding to marry, there you go, forbidding to marry. Everybody's living with everybody's living with one another, and then when the mate doesn't work out, they move on to somebody else. Which, when God intended it to be a lifelong commitment for y'all to come together as one and be healed, because iron sharpens iron, and when you come together as a couple in a covenant relationship with Jesus Christ, a threefold cord is not easily broken. That's when you have the couple and Jesus Christ, then you are able to be healed, to help one another in your healing. Jesus uses the two of you to become one in your healing. Well, I didn't mean to get off on that. So, forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats which God hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. Well, when you think about this earth, when God created the earth in Genesis chapter 1, we are living in a cycle of life and death. Even the plants, even when you eat plants, you're killing the plants. Some people's hearts are so tender, I can't kill an animal, because if I kill an animal, I just can't eat it. But it's the same with plants, because the life of God, the life of God is in all of it. And according to now, they're discovering about frequencies. There's a frequency in everything. So you're getting these frequencies from meat. You're also getting frequencies from plants and animals, even flowers. Even flowers are given for food, if you can believe that. So anyway, the vegetarian diet that we see all of these New Agers on actually lowers their frequency of life. And Jesus, so I was talking about the cycle of life. Everything dies. It falls into the ground and dies, and it brings forth life. Whether it's plant, animal, whatever. It's got, the life of God in it. Now, I watched this little video, and I'll put it in the comment section, or the description section. So I was going to say that I think that Jesus, even the Lord came into this feeding cycle, and he became, and he was born and laid in a feeding trough in a manger, and he gave his life, because we're in the life and death cycle, and he gave his life, for us to eat his flesh and drink his blood. So in a way, that's spiritual, but it's natural too. Because we're eating animals, we eat plants. We get our life, from death and life process. So I was listening to this little. It's this little Mikala Peterson. This is what she looks like here, and it's her podcast. It's her part, and she's interviewing these carnivores, people that only eat meat. Okay, and their stories are absolutely incredible. Now, one of the things that the Lord taught me, and gave me the understanding of, and this was during the time when I was trying to be a vegetarian. But one of the things that he taught me was that if you want to cast out devils, you're going to have to eat meat. That's all there is to it. It's something about the life and the frequency that you get from meat, and these testimonies prove that. These little carnivore testimonies. I'll put the link to this if anybody's interested in that. Their testimonies are incredible of how, and they really got delivered from demons just from eating meat. The demons in their bodies, the stuff they went through was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And just by eating only meat and nothing else, they were healed in their bodies. And that just goes to show you the strength and the power of the, oh, my washing machine is making, let me go turn that thing off. Nothing but interruptions in this video. I don't think the enemy wants me to get it out. So, but anyway, so these little gals and a guy, and how they get healed from there's really something to this frequencies thing. It all has, and that's probably why the enemy wants the human race to be on a vegetarian diet, to lower their frequencies, because they're trying to destroy us. Now, of course, all of our bodies are different. Some of our bodies, maybe you can't, maybe you can't take the frequency of meat. Maybe you can't eat meat. So this is not a judgmental or condemnation video in any way, shape, or form. It's just, I'm just sharing what God gave me the understanding of, what He taught me about eating meat. I eat it, and I have strength from it. I eat beef. I don't eat it every day, but sometimes my body just says, today you need to eat some beef. So I do. I eat some beef, and I try to eat healthy. Of course, look at me. Don't I look healthy? Not so healthy. But what do you expect when you're 73 going on 74, right? So anyway, I wanted to address this issue of the vegetarianism and the way that we are. It looks like the whole world is trying to go vegetarian, and it's just a sign of the times. It's just forbidding to marry, commanding to abstain from meats, which God hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. And the truth is that we're living in this cycle of life and death. We get our life out of death. The plants have to die. Even a little salad, that raw salad that you're eating, and you think you're being so good, you're chewing it. You're killing it as you're chewing it. Did you realize that? So we are getting our life out of death. That's the truth of the matter. Well, this has been a heck of a video, so God bless you in the name of Jesus.